Hi, welcome to my newest model that I've purchased, 1991 Lotus 102B, the Monaco GP version. It's got Mika Hakkinen behind the wheel. This was in his first season, and he debuted in Formula 1 in 1991. So it's a very special car for any Mika Hakkinen or Lotus fan, really. And it's an iconic car. I always liked this growing up as a kid, so I'm happy to finally have it in my collection. This is also my first ever Spark model, which is crazy. I've only ever owned Mini Champs and Hot Wheels and Exoto when I was a child, back in the 90s and early 2000s. Then I sold my original collection. Since recollecting models a year ago, I've purchased Mini Champs, the odd Hot Wheels if I have to, and I had GP replicas. I've sold them. I do not like GP replicas models. The proportions are horrible. And I had a Look Smart. Just sold it. It was a new one. Don't like new cars. And Spark is one of the model companies I've never owned. I've read good things about Spark models online. I think that they are really good. They're very similar to Mini Champs. Better Mini Champs in some respects. You can do the comparisons on the brand new models, the brand new Formula 1 releases. They are quite similar. Spark have some better points than Mini Champs and vice versa. So after watching a lot of reviews online, I was really keen to get a Spark model. There's a couple of classic 80s and 90s cars I would like to collect in 118 that Mini Champs or Exoto or whoever have not made. So it was nice to finally get a 90s Spark model and look around it. Really, I'm not going to buy GP replicas models. I just hate the proportions on them. They're just so inaccurate and way too expensive. I don't understand why people get so horny and excited over GP replicas. Really not a fan of it. Not the price or the quality. Anyway, moving on to this lovely Spark model. It comes in a really cool box, which was nice to unravel. They're very well protected with foam inside, and all the modern Spark models now have these cases, which are nice. Now, the model itself, after watching reviews, I'm very clued up about this model. It's not the perfect model in terms of being correct. I'll show you why, and I'll take the case off. So after removing the casing, I can show you in a little more detail. So straight to the cockpit. Mika Hakkinen had a red steering wheel, so it's a slight inaccuracy from Spark there. Also, the helmet, the blue shades are not quite accurate, and there's a few more small little inaccuracies from Spark that I'm not really going to notice without reading other reviews and watching review videos to remember. The pluses from this model, I think there's quite a few. It's got really nice detailing across the whole model. Again, very similar to Mini Champs in my opinion. I like the photo etch steering. Sorry, apologies, I already say that. I like the photo etch seatbelt details. The overalls are well painted and good detail. Steering wheel has got good detail. You've got this little aerial here. Aerials on the nose cone here. Some nice wheel detail. A couple of chassis rivets on the actual wing. It is a, I believe it's a die-cast model. It is a standing model. There is no steering movement. The steering wheels do not rotate or turn. But I'm not pushing. I'm not going to be pushing it along the ground, so it doesn't really matter for me. It's a well-painted model. The decals are quite high quality, I believe. And there is some good detailing. The gearbox there has got a nice metal painted finish, actually painted, and the transmission, the drive shafts and everything going into the hub all look accurate. The rear wing and front wing plates are not separate, but that's okay, I'm not too bothered. Some cool detail there regarding the diffuser and the rear of the gearbox. The lighting in my living room here really does not do it justice, really. I do apologise. Now, in terms of price point, I managed to buy this from a really good model car shop in France, so I got it at a really good price. But the retail price is generally quite expensive for this model in general, so it's not the most detailed model ever made, so for the price point it is quite expensive. But then, in all fairness, 1991 Formula 1 cars were very basic anyway, so there's not a huge amount Spark can do. I may add a few things like chassis rivets, a few things to spruce it up, make it a bit more detailed, but other than that, I think Spark have done generally pretty good. There's not much really you can complain about. So it's a nice model in my collection. I'm probably not going to have all the Mika Hakkinen cars. I did have quite a few and sold some. I've got his 97 orange McLaren test car and then his 2 championship winning McLarens. I may get a few more if Spark or Mini Champs ever release the 92 and 93 Lotus. Sorry, the 92 Lotus. He didn't drive for them in 93. I know Techno model did it, but it's bloody expensive and there's no driver figure, so I probably won't go for it. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. This is a Diecast review. Any questions, please fire away at the end.